This is my original training of Calm Default with Castor, and I'm gonna pick it apart a little bit and give you tips on how to train it better and things that I could have done differently. So, right from the beginning, I'm not reinforcing fast enough. So, you can see all this head turn movement. It's because the reinforcement isn't coming fast enough. So, I don't have any clean loops. So, like there he just keeps like as soon as his head was straight I clicked, but then he's got all these in fed, but he's got all this time to throw in this behavior. So this video is sped up so you don't have to watch it and it's 20 minutes long, but he has all this time to offer other things. So main thing here that I should have done, and now I'm doing better here, is giving more reinforcement faster. Another thing here is I had little hay cubes and I'm breaking up the pieces here. So um, that is first of all distracting me and it's distracting him. So I should have done that prior to my session. And I also should have changed my reinforcement type. So I should have either broken these up really tiny so like he could chew them really quickly so I could give him lots of reinforcement, or switch to like pellets or hay so that I can continue rapid fire feeding like right one on right after another, so that I don't have he doesn't have any other time to show any other he doesn't have time to show any other behaviors. So like here, this is much better. I should have kept feeding at that same rate. My rate of reinforcement is not high enough. And so he has all this time to start turning his head or leaning his shoulder or backing up or going forward or whatever. And that's my main problem here. If I would have stayed in the same position, clicked fed, clicked fed, clicked fed, then added 1 second to it. So 1 second click feed, 1 second click feed, 2 seconds click feed, and then built it up from there, just like I did with my foot picking up his feet demonstration where I added time by seconds. That's my main thing here is he would offer like head turning was most of it was he would just head turn and then I would just wait until he stopped. But then what happened was the loop of behavior included that head turn. So the loop would be the beginning. So like when I'm asking him to do something, so me standing here, he should go into calm default with his head straight. So he stands here for a second and then he'll turn his head and then I'll wait till his head goes straight and then I'll click and feed. So he thinks that doing the head turn is part of that. So and I'm just turning directions, doing the same thing on the other side, but he thinks that that's part of the behavior and that's why I have those head turns. If instead, in the beginning, I clicked really quickly and was like, I was just clicking and feeding for having his head straight, and then from that point, I added in 1 second, click feed, 1 second, click feed, and then 2 seconds, and 3 seconds, and up to however many seconds. I probably do 10, and then I start adding in other things. But that was my main issue with this. And the other thing is, I was working on this with him for a very long time, and I could not figure out at the time why he was having problems with this. So that's a couple different things. So if something isn't working within like a couple sessions, it's not going to work. Try something else, or you need to tweak it. And the other thing is that um, videoing yourself is really good because I was very frustrated. I don't understand. I videoed it and I'm like, okay, that's what it was.